I'm Lizzie, and today we're back in my boyfriend's studio. I hope you guys are doing great today. I want to tell you facts about Stella. So, first fact, I talked about a few of these facts in my Meet My Horses video, but I'll just go over them real quick again. I got some notes on my phone. So, Stella is 13.3 hands around-ish. I measured her with just tape, so it's not super accurate, but that's what I go with anyways. She is a bay dun. Her color can change a lot through winter to fall because her winter coat is much darker than her summer coat. She loves apples. Okay, something funny about Stella is that she will not touch a different treat. She won't eat carrots. She won't even eat a pear. She won't even eat an apple from the store because she just smells those chemicals on it, I guess. I'll show you a video. I think I still have it. I don't know if I deleted it or not on my phone because I don't have any room on my phone because I take too many pictures of my horse. But if I still have that video, I'll play it here. I tried to give her an apple that I got from the store for her. And first she just eats it. She's like, she starts eating it and then she spits it out. I was trying to give her a treat for her birthday. Her birthday is in May. So, like, we don't have any fresh apples in May, and so I was trying to trick her, and she knew it. She spat it out. All the other horses came over and ate her apple that she spat out. It's just funny because everybody that I see at, like, horse shows and stuff will, like, try to give her treats, and she's like, nope. And they're like,
what? We've never seen a horse that doesn't eat treats.
I'm like, yep. Only apples off the tree. It doesn't even matter if they're, like, little green, hard, sour as heck apples off of the tree in July. She'll still eat it, which like blows my mind because she won't even eat a pear. How is a pear and an apple any different? She knows. She's something else. And her worst fear by far is plastic bags. I have tried to address this issue with her a few times and tried to desensitize her to plastic bags, and I went off like for 2 hours trying to get her to stand still where I shook the plastic bag like 5 feet away from her and she would still flip out. I've looked up ways to try to fix this issue with her. I really wanted to solve it with her because I feel like if I get her over this plastic bag fear, she wouldn't be afraid of anything anymore. But I feel like every time I try to address it with her, it just makes her more afraid of them. So I've kind of decided to ignore the issue, but like when I go to horse shows and stuff, I'll have my snacks in plastic bags, and she's like okay with them now if they're not blowing around in the wind and she can smell them. But it's when they're going at her and they're blowing in the wind, she freaks out. Okay, so Stella was born in 2013. She's 8 years old. She was born on May 8th. And something cool about Stella and Starlight being pregnant with her is that I had a really strong feeling that it was a girl, that she was pregnant with a girl. We didn't know, we didn't have any ultrasounds done or anything, but I just had a really strong feeling that it was a girl, a little filly in her. So I picked out the name Stella, and I was calling her Stella before she was even born. And then I was just, at the time I was like really obsessed with bay horses with like white socks and like the really light bay and dark contrast with the dun stripe. Like I was really into that at that time, and I was like really hoping she'd be a bay. And then May 5th, it was early morning, probably like 8 o'clock early. No. My sister came and woke me up and told me that my horse Starlight had given birth, and so I just got up as fast as I could. I've never been more cheery in the morning than I was then. I ran out to the pasture. It was kind of a miserable day, but Starlight had given birth and it looked like she had cleaned her up already, and she was like completely done with the mess, and she was being so protective of Stella. And Stella was this big, cute little baby filly, whatever she was. She was fuzzy, she was bay, she had the white sock, she had a little star in her face that like almost looked like an S on her face. It was just like magical. I was so happy. Starlight was such a good mom. It was just like one of the best days ever. And I picked the name Stella off of a website that generated Icelandic names, and the name was supposed to translate from star to Stella, but I guess that site wasn't super correct, and it was actually like a Latin name, I guess, Latin term for star. but I've made a star because her mom was Starlight, and so I love my stars. So yeah, her dad was a full Icelandic. He was born on our property. His name was Trigger. My sister raised him and trained him to be a really cool horse. We sold him like 6 years ago, and he was just the coolest horse. He was a stallion the whole time we had him, and you wouldn't have never been able to sell him. We took him on rides with our mares and stuff, and he was so chill, and I guess that's where Stella gets it from. Yeah, he was a really, really cool horse, and we still have Stella's grandma, which Trigger's mom, Lena, and I've been taking care of her for a while. And Starlight was her mom. Starlight is my heart horse. She died last year, December 7th, was such a hard day for me. She was such a sweet horse. It's amazing how the difference is from when we first got Starlight. We got her back in 2012. She was a Tennessee Walker cross. We believe she was crossed with like a Welsh racking pony or something. Not a Welsh. She was on the smaller side, probably like 14 hands high. But when we first got her, she was all business. She didn't want to be scratched. She didn't want to be touched. She didn't want to be left away from the herd. She didn't want to walk on her own. She was very barn sour, and she had lots of quirks. And I couldn't even get her to canter when we would go on trail rides. She wouldn't even canter for me. She was like a 12-year-old horse, and it seemed like she had never cantered in her life, which was kind of sad. But I remember the first day I got her to canter, it was like the best day ever, because I would always ride her bareback, and we would go on long trail rides, and she had a high wither, so it's just very painful to ride, and my sister and my brother would always run off on their horses cantering, and I'd try to keep up, and Starlight would just trot, and it was painful. And so I remember the first day she cantered for me, it was like so fun, and ever since then she was super fun to canter on and super easy to canter on. And I also remember the first day she started enjoying my scratches, because I would always scratch the horses, they'd get into it, and she would never be interested. She was never interested in hanging out with me. But when she first started reacting to my scratches and like enjoying it, I was like, yes, because it meant like I was able to like bond with her then and get a relationship, and that she was like enjoying my company, and it was just heart melting. So she was so special to me. By the end of last year, she would follow me everywhere. She actually started going blind back in 2016, and she was mostly blind by the end of her life, and it was making it also harder on her to maneuver, and it was difficult for her, and she would break a lot of fences, and it was hard on both of us. But I mean, she was still able to be ridden because she was just so kind and gentle, and as long as we took her on like a flat road where she wouldn't trip. My camera flipping died on me again, and I was like talking all emotional and stuff, and anyways, to finish up what I was saying, I was saying how it's amazing how we aren't here to train horses. Horses are here to train us, and when we look at it that way, it completely changes your point of view. It like makes you realize just how much you owe to your horse. And I would grumble and complain and be really frustrated every time I had to fix fences when the Starlight would run through them because she was blind. And it makes me realize that I would do that all over again, even though it was miserable to do it in the cold and the rain and the snow and whatever. I hated it, and it would make me so sad because she was, blind. But it taught me so much, and I realized that I owe her so much, and that I would do it all over again because it was so worth having her and her amazing spirit. Also, if you're ever frustrated with your horse, or you want to give up, or you just feel like they're this big brat, just realize how much you would miss them if they were gone, and realize that they are worth all the frustration, all the pain. Don't take them for granted. Don't hit them because you're upset at yourself or at the situation. It's not their fault. It's not your fault. Just take a step back and rethink it. Okay? Don't get frustrated. Don't lose your head. Just rethink the moment and play it back as if you were looking back at the horse like you lost them, because that really makes you think. Okay, the next fact about Stella. This is a funny one. Stella actually actually loves picking on my boyfriend. I know that sounds funny, but it's true. And it's also because he likes picking on her, because I guess they're like both jealous of my attention or something. But when I make my boyfriend go with me to horse shows, he'd kind of like pick on her and, you know, poke her or play with her nose or lip or whatever, and she'll just gently, like, not gently, but like smear her boogers all over his face or bump him with her nose. Like, I've got this video here where she was picking on him. I was taking pictures of other riders, and I look back and she's almost tipping his chair over picking on him. Like, she never does that to me. It's just the cutest, funniest thing, and my boyfriend always gets so annoyed. He finds it funny, but he likes to complain about her being a brat. I think those are all of my facts for today. I can't think of many more. She's like, there's so much to her. She's so quirky and cute, funny, and smart. She's extremely smart. I taught her her first trick when she was 2. I taught her how to stand up on a block, and then I taught her how to lay down a little bit after that one. She's just super easy to teach tricks to, and which is really cool because like she's my first horse that I'm teaching tricks to, so it makes it easy on me to learn how to teach tricks. So that's fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like it, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos coming your way. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at SportTopPony13. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye!